Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy One-on-One, and today we'll be going over a small review about Amazon because we understand that Amazon, their Prime Day is now October 13th to October 14th. So Pacific time, midnight, October 13th until October 14th. Okay, so that's going to be very, very imperative for a lot of you guys to actually invest in Amazon. It's very, very imperative because we understand that Prime Days are usually during the summertime because they don't want to they don't want Prime Day to get so close to Black Friday because you have Prime Day, October 13th, and you have Black Friday right after the day after Thanksgiving or that Monday. Then you have Cyber Monday. So you have a lot of these seasonal holiday discounted days, whether it be online, in stores. But we understand because of the coronavirus, a lot of us are not going to particular stores. Now, granted, in Texas this morning, let me tell you something. I was going to the gym and coming back from the gym. It's around 6:30, 7 o'clock coming back from the gym. And I swear that everybody's going to work today. Okay. There were so many cars on the road. So granted, this holiday season, a lot of people will be shopping online. And believe it or not, because everybody's feel confident with their masks, they've been this long without catching coronavirus. People are sanitizing, washing their hands, and wearing their masks properly, right? You're wearing it over your nose, okay? Because some people do this. I don't know what the hell that is. I was a chemical specialist, and believe me, biological agents, diseases, and viruses can go through your nose. But anyway, all right, let's talk about Amazon, ladies and gentlemen, because I think it's imperative that you guys really look at this stock, whether you buy shares, fractional shares, or option trading. But this is the week. This is the week that you actually need to invest in Amazon. Let me tell you why. Okay? Because quite frankly, I'm going to tell you what I did this morning before the market opened, okay? So here we are, the 5 year trajectory of their timeline. You have them at 505% in 5 years, okay? Which is absolutely phenomenal. The year, 82%. Last 3 months, 18.5%. The last month they was down at 8.25, 8.25. Last week they were up 3.9, so roughly 4%. And then today they should be up around 2%. Okay, so roughly getting close to 2% nonetheless. Okay, so my stock portfolio right now, my cost is around $329, nowhere near 3,100 that Amazon is really averaging at. Okay, so that's actually imperative to note. But part of my portfolio diversity, I'm almost at 3% of my portfolio diversity, okay, which is also important because I invested, and I'll show you my history. I invested an additional $200 today in Amazon, okay? So for all of you guys who were living in a cave, under a rock, in Atlantis, under the sea, in the ocean, out the drip, you was on an island that nobody else lived in. You had no internet access. You had no mobile phone. You had no data. You was living on Mars, but you had no technology. Let me tell you a little bit about Amazon, okay? So engages in the provision of online retail shopping services. It operates through the following business segments: North America, International, and Amazon Web Services. The North American segment includes retail sales of consumer products, subscriptions through North America-focused websites such as www.amazon.com, www.amazon.ca, which is mostly Canada. The International segment offers retail sales of consumer products and subscription through international-focused websites. The Amazon Web Services segments involves in the global sales, compute, storage, database, and AWS service offerings for startups, enterprises, government agencies, and academic institutions. The company was founded by no other than the famous Jeffrey P. Bezos in July 1994 and headquartered in Seattle, Washington, and the ticker is AMZN. So Amazon, we understand, is a world conglomerate, okay? It buys and sells absolute everything. I believe it was either eBay or Amazon where you can go and buy a sauna. Yeah, it comes in a box and you build it in your house, a freaking sauna. Anyway, the market cap is 1.55 trillion. Employees, that is absolutely false. I used to work at Amazon, and believe me, they're about close to 1 million employees. That really has nothing to do about your investments, but nonetheless, it is good to know. All right, moving right along. The collections, 100 most popular stocks, is in business, consumer sales and retails, food and drink, software, and the state of Washington. Now we're going to get some of these news stories about how certain things they're doing during their October 13th, 14th Prime Day sales that I believe is going to generate a lot of revenue and profit for their stock and also their company, okay? You have Market Watch stories. You have Benzinga stories. Now, analysts, out of 47 analysts, 89% of them is saying buy, 9% is saying hold, and 2% is saying sell, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now, today, even though I believe, now, again, I invested in Amazon this morning right before the market is open. I invested another $200 solely based on my research last night and also my research and analysis this morning. But instead of reading you the bulls, what the bulls are saying, which they believe is going to go up, I'm actually going to read you what the bears are saying of why Amazon may go down, because it's important. It's important, and it's also vital that we understand some of the handicaps, some of the barriers that Amazon may get into. Nonetheless, Amazon future margin expansion trajectory will likely be uneven, given its global logistic needs, content investment, increased competition, and physical store healthcare initiative. Now, a lot of you may not be familiar about Amazon Pharmacy. They have, I believe, an entity, a subsidiary called PillPack that comes right in the mail, your prescription drugs. They are in partnership with a lot of pharmaceutical companies around the nation, okay? International expansion brings challenges such as local e-commerce regulations, incremental fulfillment, infrastructure investment requirements, and in-couple local market rivals, okay? AWS faces competition from well-capitalized peers like Microsoft for sure. These are competitions, and Google. Aggressively priced competition and longer-term margin expansion pressures. Very, very important that this information is out. Now, their quarterly earnings, okay? As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, that Q4 2019, they were up. Q1 of 2020, they were slightly down. Q2, they were up. Now, Robinhood is not giving us the other, because as we move into Q4, I believe that their profit margins will be up, okay? Q3, they have been down. They've been teetering, tottering. You know, last week was a bad week for the stock market. But as we're looking into things getting better with COVID-19, different pharmaceutical companies, biological companies are coming out and say, hey, we're in our first, second, and third phase. We're looking out for side effects. We're looking out for test subjects to essentially test people to see if they die or protect them from the coronavirus or even cure the coronavirus. So as we get hopeful about vaccines and cures and all these other things that can actually drop off the curve essentially for coronavirus, we're looking for companies like this that's part of it but not actually doing the testing to do well, because who is going to actually send this out to patrons, to consumers inside of their homes? So that's why you may be looking at Amazon as well. But we're going to get into a lot of subsidiaries that Amazon is actually in that may be like, wow, I didn't know they was into all of that stuff. And that's why it's imperative, it's important, it's vital for you guys to absolutely start to invest in Amazon. And quite frankly, you may even want to be a consumer of Amazon if you're not already, because most of us are Prime members, and they understand that. So here's some of my history. Like this morning, I told you, it said market buy at a price of $31.49. I put in $200, okay? And the numbers you see here is fractional shares, which I absolutely love, because maybe I don't want to buy a whole share of Amazon at $3,100, but I can buy it at $200 price point, meaning I'm buying incremental fractional shares of Amazon, and you do make good money off of that. All right, people also bought Alphabet Class A. Now we understand that's just Google, okay? That's their parent company, which Larry Page made a couple of years ago for tax purposes, just in case you guys didn't know that, okay? Then you have Netflix, Microsoft, and Facebook, all in the realm of the Amazon and tech blue chip sort of companies, okay? So let's get into what I love for you guys to see is their 52-week range, okay? 52-week range for Amazon. Look right here, ladies and gentlemen, $1,600 to $3,500. This is what, $2,900 difference? Now, if somebody were to tell you, I love doing this, you know I do. If you were to invest $1,600 and someone told you that less than a year later, your stock would have went up $2,900, raise your hand in the chat if you would have took that money. Raise your hand in the chat if you would have invested that money. I know I would have. Okay? So again, key word, key phrase, do not be an emotional investor. Do not be an emotional investor. Okay, let's see who we have in the chat. We have Vern Gibbs. Good morning, good sir. Thank you for joining me this morning. We also have J3Z313. I'm just gonna call you 313 to be safe. He says, and thank you for your donation, brother. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Brother or sister, I don't know which one you are, but thank you for your donation. I do appreciate that. He is saying, where should I get my financial info? Where should I get my financial info? Can you please give me a more detailed question? Because I'm going to tell you, you should get your financial info from Financial Literacy 101. Anyway, year to date, Amazon has been doing 70.27% year to date. So they are a very profitable company. And then this year, they've been up 81%. All right. Here we go. So their EPS, earnings per share, is $26.02. And we understand that earnings per share is not only an indication, it's not only a symbol that they are a company that's operating at a profit, but it also tells you the amount of money that they actually can give you in dividends. Believe it or not, that's the actual money they can possibly pay you in dividends, but they're not. They're still growing and they're not going to hurt their profit margins. Not at all, not so whatsoever. Okay, so let's move along. Now, here's good information as well. And we're going to get into one more thing because I want to show you guys something that Amazon has gotten into right at the end. Okay, so stay with me to the end. I probably got about 10 more minutes, okay? So again, to reinforce what I said earlier, Amazon has announced that dates this year for Prime Day are the 13th and 14th of October. Prime Day usually a summertime shopping event. Again, they usually do it during shopping where people out and about trying to, spend lots of money, and was pushed back this year due to COVID-19. And the reason why Amazon usually does Prime Day during summer, because they do not want to compete with seasonal shoppers who go out during October, November, and December, because we know people buy tons of like Halloween costumes and Halloween candy during October, and people are even looking to shop for Christmas, and you got Thanksgiving. People do a lot of shopping, believe it or not just for turkeys, not just for hams, but they buy a lot of stuff during Thanksgiving as well. So as you get into October, November, December, this is what that seasonal holiday shopping is all about. And the reason why Amazon pushed it back to Q4 is because they didn't want to seem insensitive to the public, okay? They didn't want to seem insensitive like, okay, Amazon is trying to raise profits, because even during COVID-19, the height of COVID-19, Amazon is still trying to sell products. Now, a lot of information that you guys absolutely don't know is that Amazon is an intricate part of the economy. And the reason why I say that is because during the height of COVID-19, not only did Amazon increase their employment ship to 100,000 more workers, they also doubled their pay and gave them also other incentives to come and work for Amazon of those people who lost their jobs. How did I know? I was in the facility as an operation manager, knowing all this information. So believe me, Amazon was doing a lot of things, not only get products to your door, because you didn't want to go out for shopping, so you bought from Whole Foods. And a lot of you doing Amazon Locker, where you went to Whole Foods and you got your packages when you went for your food shopping, or you got your food directly shipped to your door. So this is very important that you guys understand this information, because Amazon is a global conglomerate that owns many subsidiaries, which I will show you. So these are the steps that Amazon was taking, not only to employ the economy, but also increase profit, revenue, and growth by shipping things to your door and doing it very rapidly, still at their 2 to 3, and some items, as I say, you know what, during the pandemic, we want diapers, paper towels, napkins, hand sanitizer, anything, masks, anything to deal with Corona-19. That is our priority. We're going to get those things out in 1 day. We're going to get those things out in 2 days. But we're not going to ship because you just want a protein drink. We're not shipping that out as quickly. Now, granted, some facilities around the U.S. were still shipping things out at a record rapid speed, okay? But nonetheless, let's get into this before I run my mouth out of here. So as we get into this, you see that now this is the one thing I want you to focus on is some innovation, and inventions, okay, that Amazon's coming up with. Home camera drone. If you have not seen this, I am going to buy one. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to buy one because I've been looking for an indoor camera instead of having cameras all over my house. This is not only the wave of the future, this one device is the future, and it's imperative, right, that you get in on their earnings and invest in Amazon right now. Not only because of Prime Day is pushed back in Q4, but simply all the technology that has come out, right? It says here, the e-commerce giant revealed the latest iterations of Echo smart speakers. So they have a new line of that people are going to be buying. But this little device right here, let me show you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show you, because this right here may change your mind, not only to be a consumer of Amazon, because here's the thing. We understand that Amazon bought Ring. Okay, Amazon bought Ring and Amazon bought Blink, which are two home security, do-it-yourself home security systems. Okay, let me get into this. Let me show you this video very, very quickly here. Okay, where's this video at? All right, let's look at this one right here. Don't ask me why it's not playing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like my bandwidth is not that good, but let's see how much we can watch. It keeps stopping, but you get the gist of it. But I want you to see it floating in the air. Okay. Now, granted, as you can tell, it's just basically a security camera. When this security camera hears or detects, not here, when it detects a door or window opening, as you can tell, it's going to pop up and actually go investigate. Okay. It's actually going to investigate and report to you live. Okay. Report to you live. Instead of having cameras placed in your home, it's going to fly upstairs. Now, of course, it's like anything else. If you guys have any robo vacuums like I do, I have one of those D-Bots, also known as, if you guys popular brands like iRobot, they map out your house layout, your apartment layout, and it knows where the vacuum and knows where all the walls is. This is going to have similar technology. It's going to fly around, map out your home when a window, when you have these little sensors on your windows and on your doors. And when that contact is broke and your alarm system is still on, it's going to pop out and go investigate, and you're going to see exactly what's going on. Maybe your husband, your wife, your brother, your sister, your mother, your child, forgot to turn off the alarm system before they went in. Okay, so that's important too. So that's great technology that I absolutely love, and I'm glad that I don't have to put a bunch of cameras around. All right, so let me also make you familiar with, okay, with some of the companies that Amazon are absolutely in. Good morning, Ashley Hawkins, and good morning, Nolan Baptiste. Thank you for joining me this morning. Let's get back into it. All right, now, if you're not familiar with all the companies that Amazon have, let me tell you why this is a global international conglomerate that buys and has a lot of subsidiaries that increases not only their technology, but also their inventions and innovation. They own Audiobook, an Amazon company. Whole Foods Market they own. A Books, Book Depository. Zappos, that's where you get your shoes from. I still don't know what this one is. I'm trying to figure out, is AE Germany? I think AE, is it Australia or Germany? Somebody put that in the top. What part of Amazon is that operating out of? You have Amazon Fresh. You have ShopBop. You have Zoox. You have Ring. Yes, like I said before, they bought Ring. They got Woot Woot. I don't know what Woot is at all. Create Space, Comixology, an Amazon company. 10 Marks. This is the education virtual company online. You understand that everything is essentially a lot of MBA, a lot of marketing advertisers, Nike. Everybody's involved with Amazon Web Services. Because listen, If you guys didn't know that the second home country for Amazon is India. I learned this working for Amazon, that Amazon has a lot of Indian workers. Whether they are Indian Americans, okay, from the country of India, okay, and also working in India. They have tons of them, and a lot of them, believe it or not, now in India, they have in every segment, call centers, customer service, everything. They have them absolutely everywhere. But usually in America, let me tell you, a lot of these Indians, they are in engineering, software engineering. A lot of them are the hallmark. They are the heart of Amazon AWS, just to let you some insider knowledge. Alexa, Amazon company. Internet movie database, Amazon. Okay, we said about that. Goodreads, Amazon China, Amazon Books. Blink Home is an Amazon company, as I told you before. Amazon Go, those little stores you can go in. As long as you're a Prime member, you can go in and take stuff, and it tells you how much it is, and you essentially walk out. Amazon Studios, that's where you get your Amazon Prime original movies and TV series from. Amazon Games. Look at all the industries Amazon is in. Amazon is in home security. Amazon in education. Amazon is in food with Whole Foods and Amazon Fresh Goods. Amazon with Blink and also Ring. They're into movies and shows. They're into video games. Amazon Prime Air stuff going on the ship. Amazon peeled back by pharmacies, like I told you before, sending people their stuff. Amazon Labs, I wonder what they're doing at Amazon Labs 126. Amazon Robotics, diapers.com. You see what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen? Amazon is essentially in every part of this economy. If Amazon falls right now, so does the economy. I'm just going to let you know. Amazon Locker, Brilliance Audio, Amazon Publishing, maybe you want to write a book, I don't know. Amazon Services, Amazon Elemental, Amazon Sorrow. I mean, look at all this. Double Helix Games, Body Labs, and Squirrel. Like Amazon's essentially in almost every sector of the American economy. And again, it hosts the richest man in the world. So right now it's imperative that you invest in Amazon. Right before Prime Day, what we about a couple of days way before Prime Day, you should absolutely, whether you're going to invest in shares, fractional shares, or options, you should be looking to invest in Amazon, even if it's all the way to January, February. Because we understand, again, buy low, sell high. Because a lot of people ask me, hey, what are we going to do once we make money with our investments? Well, one of the key things you should do with your investments, pay off your house, pay down your debt. You just don't hold investments forever and you still living in the ghetto. You just don't hold investments forever and still living in the project. You don't hold investments forever living in your double wide trailer, talking about you living lavishly. Now, if you have financial goals, if you have financial plans, then you should use your investment power. It doesn't matter where you work. You're a secretary, you work at Burger King. It doesn't matter. Use your dollars, okay, 5 to 15% of your earnings, your income, and invest and look for a 3 to 5 year plan to be in a better place than you are right now. Okay. Investment is how you multiply your income. Again, investments are you multiply your income. Okay. Especially when your revenue is times 5, times 10, times 15, 20% of your ROI, return of investments. Okay. So let's get into one more piece of information because I believe it's important that you guys actually know this information. Let me see here very, very quickly. Here's the thing. If you're not familiar with some of the benefits of being a Prime member and why a lot of people, even now today, may still get a Prime membership is for these reasons right here. Let me go back up and start over, okay? So now, if you're a Prime member, now I pay by the year, $120. So you have Prime now. You get the same day shipping within 2 hours in some metro areas, okay? Some metropolitan areas. You have unlimited movies and TV streaming under Prime Video that is covered under your 1 year membership. Unlimited reading. Members can choose from over 1,000 books, comics, magazines to read for free. You have one free borrowed ebook per month, okay, of popular books, okay? And you can download it to your Kindle and most of your Kindles, including hits like Hunger Games trilogy as a book, trash. Harry Potter as a book, trash in my opinion. I'm more of an informational guy, or I like some fictional books, but let me learn from this. You can learn a good vocabulary, but hey, this may be your thing and it may help you to inspire you with your fantasies. I don't know. But that's just my bias, okay? Unlimited music streaming. I use this as well. I use this in tangent with my Pandora, okay? So nonetheless, this is actual good service as well. It's covered under your Prime membership. Prime Day and Prime Early Access, okay? Prime members get the exclusive perk of shopping annual Prime Day deals. That is exactly what's about to come up. And you get those deals cheaper than anyone else, believe it or not. I've actually tested that theory. Free unlimited photo storage. Now, to get this, again, you have to be a Prime member, but nonetheless, you can get free unlimited photos with Google Photos, okay? But again, if you're a Prime member, you can use this as well. Stock up with Prime Pantry. You can fill like a pantry box with low-price household and grocery items and have it delivered for a flat rate shipping rate of $8. Now, you would think they would do this for free on the Prime shipping, but they don't. Because you can go in and buy a lot of things under Prime Pantry that are just like super enormous large shipments, and you're only paying $8. When you compare that to USPS, UPS, and also FedEx or DHL, all the shipping companies that we know of, it's still cheaper when you're doing Prime Pantry with the $8 flat rate. All right, you also have Amazon Elements, Amazon Family, and here's the monthly amounts. Now, granted, ladies and gentlemen, we understand that this trickery came back out like in the 70s or 80s when they used this 99.99 to kind of get you, oh, it's only $8.99. Listen, it's more like $9.15, okay? Always round up when you see 99. Always round up. And round up anywhere from, I would say almost $1. Okay, at the end of the day, almost $1. So when I look at $8.99, I'm looking at $10. When I'm looking at $13.99, I'm looking at $14. When I'm looking at $119, I'm looking at $120. Okay. Now, here's a good thing: if you are a student, okay, you get yours half price for you. Okay. Let's look into one more thing. Where was it? Amazon Prime Day, and this will kind of show you some of what they project. Okay. Again, some of these deals, epic deals, spend $10 with small businesses. Here's another good thing, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't know the stipulations. I don't know the contingencies, but what Amazon is saying is if you buy products from small businesses that are listed through their online e-commerce site, they're going to give you a $10 credit. Now, you've seen this before. When companies say we're going to give you a $10 credit, you know what most times they're saying? When you spend more than $35, when you spend more than $100, we give you a $10 credit. Now, I don't know what are the contingencies or stipulations that surrounded this, but let's look into this. Let's see, in case you just want to know. From today to October 12th, spend $10 on selected small business products and earn $10 to spend on Prime Day. There it is. This offer is exclusive for Prime members. Okay, again, starting today up until Prime Day, spend $10 on select small business products and earn $10 to spend on Prime Day. Okay. It's not bad. It's not a bad deal. It's not a bad deal, okay? Let's look at what else do they have on Prime Day. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Hopefully, I'm giving you some good information for you to consider to invest in Amazon. It says here, buy two for $39. That's pretty cheap. You're paying $20 per smart device. The Fire Recast, wow, that is a huge saving of $100. Now, granted, they probably made it over in China or India for $60, so they're only getting 100% versus 200% profit, but I digress. Save up to 50% on movies and more. Okay. What else? Save up to 40% on daily essentials by Amazon. Okay. So again, they have a lot of deals, ladies and gentlemen. But again, this is about your investments. I want you to look at Amazon in totality. I don't want you to just look at Amazon as an online platform for you to go spend your money. I don't want you to do that. I want you to look at Amazon like you would research any other company. Amazon, what is its main purpose? What does it do? Then, what companies do Amazon own? How is Amazon increasing their profit margins? 2. Then 3, what are they going to do in Q4 because they push Prime Day back versus in Q3, they push it back to Q4 so they won't really seem insensitive. And now people are going back to work. I see a lot more traffic. I know you guys see a lot more traffic in your cities and towns. So that means people are going back to work inside their buildings. And here's the thing. Even though there's still a lot of us that are still working at home, what is Amazon doing to increase their stock price? And in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, just to show you guys who just tuning in, I absolutely bought more this morning. Just to show you right here. This is what I bought. It shows you right here. Good for the day. I put another $200. I said I filled it right before the market opened at 8:21 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. So I believe it's a good investment. Doesn't mean just because I believe it's a good investment doesn't mean it doesn't go up. But let me tell you something. I've been doing pretty good giving you guys good advice when it comes to investments. So you might want to drop 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, 2,000. I don't know. I believe it's going to be worth your while. And I'm not saying you invest today, you're going to see your money shoot up tomorrow. No. I'm saying short to long term, meaning over November, December, all the way to January when their Q4, when they do their market meeting, what they call it, their investors meeting to tell you their profits. Okay. So nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, that is my stock review for today. Good morning, Mac people. Thank you for joining me today, good sir. Everyone, you guys have a great and wonderful morning. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. You guys have a great and wonderful morning. I'm out.